Alright, I've always wished like I could become one of those super organized people who never miss a deadline or forget a task. Like they are running on autopilot. Everything just seems to fall in place for them. I couldn't help but to wonder, what's their secret? What makes them so productive? Well, after a lot of trial and error, I figured out some expert tips that would help you get closer to that level of productivity, and I'm going to share them with you today. For those of you who are new here, I'm Adams and I wear a few hats. I'm a salesperson, a writer, and a creator. As a salesperson, I had the privilege to train new recruits, and within a few months, they went on to become some of the top performers on the team. So when it comes to productivity, I've learned a few things about staying focused and getting results. Now, let's dive into my top 5 tips to boost your work productivity. When I was working as a salesperson, I used to set these huge, overwhelming goals for myself. Like this month, I'm going to double my numbers. That sounds great, right? But after a few days, I'll start feeling burnt out and completely unmotivated because those goals are just too far away. And what really changed the game for me was breaking those big goals into smaller daily tasks, things I could realistically accomplish each day without feeling overwhelmed. Now, whenever I'm working on anything, whether it's creating YouTube videos or planning content, I would always break it down into smaller manageable steps. And guess what? It gives me a sense of accomplishment throughout the day, which keeps me motivated. And trust me, those little wins really adds up. I used to think multitasking was the key to being productive. I was opening 5 tabs, answering emails while still trying to write scripts all at once. But at the end of the day, nothing really gets done properly. In fact, I would even spend more time going back to fix the mistakes that I've made because I wasn't giving any task my full attention. Sounds familiar, right? So now what I do is I focus on one thing at a time. I'm scripting a video like this, I'll shut everything else down and only concentrate on that. And guess what? The quality of my work has really improved. I've actually finished tasks more faster. So for me, what I think is if you truly want to be more productive in your work, focus on one task at a time, finish it, and then move on to the next task. So at first, I thought taking breaks would slow me down, but as soon as I realized that stepping away for a few moments would actually boost my productivity, one method has really worked for me wonders. That is the Pomodoro Technique. And here is how it works. I'll set a timer for 25 minutes to focus on a specific task without any distractions. After those 25 minutes, I will take a 5 minutes break. And during this break, I would either stretch, grab a snack, or just walk around for a little bit. So for instance, when I was scripting these YouTube videos, I would use this technique. I would dedicate 25 minutes for brainstorming ideas, and then when the timer wears off, I'll give myself a few minutes to clear out my mind. And I found that this short breaks has not only kept my energy levels up, it has also given me a chance to reflect on what I'm working on. So oftentimes during this break, I'll come up with new ideas and solutions that I've not even thought of before. So for me, the Pomodoro technique has truly transformed how I work. So instead of feeling drained after long hours of continuous work, I feel refreshed and focused, ready to tackle the next task with clarity. When I first started working, I would try to keep everything in my head or scribbled on random pieces of paper, which was a recipe for forgetting important tasks. Then I discovered productivity tools like Trello and Notion, and suddenly, my workflow became a lot smoother. So for example, I use Trello to organize my tasks visually. Each project I'm working on has its own board. I can move tasks from to do, in progress, to complete, which gives me a clearer overview of where I'm with everything. It's so satisfying to move tasks over once they are done. And on the other hand, I use Notion to plan out my YouTube videos and content ideas. And it's just like my digital notepad, where I can keep everything in place. So I'll outline video scripts, set deadlines, and even track my progress. Having all my ideas organized in one spot has really helped me stay focused, not feeling overwhelmed. So if you're not using tools like this, I would highly recommend you giving them a try. They are going to help you to stay organized and then ensure nothing slips through the crack. This one was very tough for me. I used to say yes to every opportunity, project, and favor that came my way because I didn't want to disappoint anyone. One day, a close friend asked me if we could chat for a few minutes during working hours. And normally, I would say yes because I didn't want to seem rude. But I was in the middle of an important project. I decided to be honest and then I told him, I can't right now, but let's catch up after work. At first, I felt guilty, but I realized that these small interactions are exactly what scatters our focus. We often say yes to things that take us away from what truly needs our attention. Saying no isn't just about turning down extra favors or conversation. It's also about learning to say no to distractions like scrolling through social media, surfing the internet, or people pleasing. And what I've really learned is that reducing social media during working hours and setting boundaries around my focus time has really made a huge difference in my productivity. So, whether it's a quick chat with a friend or testing the urge to check your phone, saying no can be a key to staying focused and getting more done. Bonus tip, exercise before work. One thing I found incredibly valuable for boosting productivity is exercise before work. Even if it's just for a few minutes, a quick morning workout can set the tone for the day. Not talking about spending tons of hours in the gym. Just 10 minutes of stretch or jogging can do wonders. It would clear up your head, energize your body, and then help you to focus better once you start working. So whenever I take time to exercise in the morning, I notice that I'm much more focused and productive during the day. It's like hitting the reset button for your brain, and you will feel so much more ready to tackle whatever task comes your way. Really appreciate the love and support I'm getting from you guys. So if you love this video, you might love my other videos as well. So check them out and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts or any tips that help you stay productive.